Kankakee. Just stopped and got gas. Didn't really need it right now, but you know, it's kind of that whole so it's been been okay. I got it take me about 45 minutes to get over to the corral to get my face filled, which is good. I got the oil was kind of right on the bottom of the dipstick, so yeah, that's all right. I don't really want to add any, and I'm seeing it in the hole, so that's kind of the other thing I look at. If I see it in the hole, it's probably okay. I'm going to swing by Valpo because, like I said, today's the open house day for Nationwide. So, you know, at least go take a peek and, yeah. They may have the hot dogs guys out there too. The hogs and dogs and stuff like that. Talk to him and ask him, hey, what do you guys think? Is it possible at 50,000 miles the breathers are pick this up again as I get closer to Indiana. See you in a little bit. Alright, in Will County, Illinois, the beginning of Illinois Highway 394. Just kind of really the beginning of what you can legitimately call the Chicago metro area. Goodnow Road. Ow! Exhaust is hot! I didn't put my leg out wide enough, and whoops! Even with the heat shield, I still caught it, and it's, ooh, that hurt. Should be at the corral in about half an hour. I think it's the next light is Sauk. No, next light Stager, then Sauk Road's after that. Right? I think. Maybe. Maybe not. No. I think we got the two lights over by. No. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. We got one more. I keep forgetting about that one splits off here. It doesn't go good now. Yeah, these are the two lights by, or one light by, almost all it. Almost. By, Belmore Woods. They got a crowd for, well, it's 8:30. They probably open at 6:30. It's their first tea time. The old Balmoral Park that used to be the harness track, but now it's they use it for all the jumping and crap now. I don't know. So we got a lighted Stager, and then I think the next light is Sauk Trail, and that's where we take a right to head back to Indiana. Oh boy. Which is good, because fat guy getting hungry. Down here very often. I used to know all these lights, but I think this light's Stager. Yep, that's Stager. Now we're in Crook County. Yay, Crook County. Woohoo! Prepare to get mugged at the gas pumps. What is... I made a mistake coming this way. I didn't realize they had this shiznick going on. This is not going to be good. Should have came on Exchange or Stager. And now you got all these flipping idiots. We're in Indiana, so alright, I'll pick this up after Fat Guy stuffs his face. Alright, so I got through the one traffic jam, only to find another one because INDOT is just stupid, wants to screw everything up they can. I thought IDOT was the worst at it. No, INDOT is just piss poor planning. So let's screw up 8094, 30. Yeah, let's make it so there's no way in Indiana that doesn't have construction issues. Why not? And oh, by the way, let's shut down Indiana too. Yeah, let's do that one too. Why not? So either you got to come in the back way through North Hammond, especially if you're in a truck, or you got to go all the way down to State Highway 10. INDOT, yeah. Indiana Department of Transportation. Man, oh man. Back in the day, there used to be a way to tell off an officer in the military. It ain't fit to pour piss out of a boot with instructions written on the heel. That's kind of how I feel about the Indiana Department of Transportation. Is it this one? I think. Yeah, there's a church. There's the back of Briarleaf, or Briar Ridge, yeah. So that's just it. I just hope I don't get screwed by a train. This thing is hot now. It's right at 300 degrees. Just because, yeah, it ain't going nowhere. Alright. I'll pick this up after I get done stuff on my face. Alright, well, I finally made it over here. My belly is now full. Next stop is going to be Valpo to Harley to see what they got cooking for their open house day. Might go do a drive-by of... Oil level was okay. It was on the very, very bottom of the dipstick, which is fine. Alright, let's get over... Let's go over by the theater where they normally do the MSF course. And maybe go harass the students. Maybe, I don't know. I think when I get home, I'm going to put the dipstick on. I think we're just going to fill the oil. I'm not going to do the change today. I'm going to put in about half of that extra half a quart. Probably go ahead when I stop there and pick up an extra thing but we'll wait a week or so and try to put some mileage on this thing with the vented dipstick to see if it's still pushing it out or if it kind of slows down or even better stops. I'm thinking having somewhere else for the oil pressure to kind of the crankcase pressure to kind of go to is going to help tremendously. Let's see, is it this one? No, it's the other one. It's the other one because there's two AMC theaters. Whew, it's hot. So yeah, we're gonna put the vented dipstick on when I get home. I'm debating whether or not I want to do the change. Now I don't need to. Yeah, I'll probably just pick up another quarter Sin 3. Just because, you know, if it does, I'll have it. Smells like rotten eggs. Try. I think one thing I am going to do today is I'm going to email the guys at Ed Van Black and I'm going to email the guys from Ed Van Black and ask them, hey, will the Reaper adapter work for the other M8 Softails that they're making? Because I know they got one that fits the Lowrider S. I don't think there's a reason why it wouldn't fit this bike, because I would like to add more lighting. at least add the light. Oh, I didn't zip that up again. I do that all the time. I've done that a lot on this trip. Forget that zip up that side thing. So but yeah, I've had a good trip. I just wish I wouldn't have had the issue with the bike itself. Although had I not had the issues with the bike, I probably wouldn't have went to see my uncle. And I don't know if I would have went to Vegas or not. I may not have. For next year, I think, like I said, it's just going to be probably a long weekend, because I'm more tempted to spend 2 weeks at Sturgis than you know, do a week, you know, spend a week and change at Sturgis and spend a week doing a trip. I might, like I said, just do unless there's a reason for me to do something different. Like maybe try to do a 48 and 10, but so I think that's what it is. I think it's the challenge is 48, enter 48 states in 10 days. Something like that. I don't know. I don't know what the Iron Blood 48 state challenge is. Just been a nightmare getting back to the house because of traffic, because of flipping construction, because INDOT is not happy unless you're screwing up something. I think this video is going to be literally called INDOT Sucks, or F INDOT, or something like that. Or, you know, F INDOT, or INDOT sucks, or I hate the Indiana Department of Transportation, or, you know, something like that. Or let's screw up every road getting into Indiana. There's that stupid taxi again. It's messing up everything. Oh boy. Yep, so like I said, I'm 38 days from leaving for Sturgis. I'm hoping to get about half of these videos edited before I leave. A lot's going to depend on how many live loads I do at work. I'm thinking next weekend I might go camping next weekend. I don't know. We'll see. With it being kind of the in-between weekend between, well, not in-between weekend, but the week. Now, I guess, yeah, we got two in-between weekend. 2 weekends in between Father's Day and, what are you doing, Mr. Silvery Rado? I don't know, I'm stupid. Oh, man. Does he got an Illinois plate? That would just explain everything. Yeah, she's at least went down to 280, which is... I'm fully expecting to probably put about 5 to 6 grand into this bike over the winter. because I'm gonna do an oil pump. I'm gonna do the upgraded oil pump. I'm gonna do probably the new cam plate. I mean, you're in the cam anyway. You might as well throw an aftermarket cam in it. I might look at putting in a fan if I can find one. Putting in a fan in the oil cooler. Get on and look and see if anyone's got one for them. The water park's got a good crowd today, but that's to be expected. I mean, it's a good day for it. The only messed up thing with the water park is they're open 10 to 6. And now I get it, they don't want to pay overtime and they don't want to, but I mean, come on, why aren't you open at least, you're in the middle of nowhere, why aren't you open at least like 10 to 10 or noon to 10, 10 to 10 or noon to 10 or something like that. 10 to 6 is just stupid. So got an extra quart. Look out. What are you doing, dude? Got an extra quart. I was talking to the parts guy and also the guy in the service department. He's like, yeah, 50 is a little bit early for the heads to be jacked up, but it's not out of the realm of possibility. Well, it's got to be going somewhere. Yeah, it's going. We're getting a good amount into the air cleaner. I'm like, okay, yeah, that makes sense. Come on, dude. I would have considered going on the ride today if I got home last night. But got an extra quart. Just try to get an estimate. He said about 5 hours of labor. So they're about 2 weeks out right now. And I told the dude in the service department, I said, well, I'm going to try to do the vented dipstick first and see if that helps. I don't think it's going to hurt anything. But if it at least makes it where I can kind of push it to the winter. That's why you ask him, and if it doesn't help, well, then we'll get it scheduled before I go to South Dakota. Call him up the next week and get it scheduled, and with any luck, I can get it in, tail end of next week, maybe, or, Let's try one thing. Let's try an easier fix first. And seeing if just giving it somewhere else to escape helps. Giving the crankcase pressure somewhere else to escape helps. If it does, it's great. If it doesn't, it ain't the end of the world. Board said the 50K service is 1,100 and change, I think. I wonder if the fair is going on. No, I think the fair is still a week or so away. Let's put a bow on this trip. 10 days, 50, what I say was 54, let's call it 5450. Yeah, I got no real complaints. You know, yeah, it irritated the blank out of me that I ended up having to spend about 3 hours in a shop, but you know, it is that just is what it is. I think when I said it was in a different shop and in Carson City, Nevada, he was like, "Oh, okay." So at least they've kind of diagnosed what they think it is. And the guy at the parts counter, Super Dave, who's been around for a long time, he also knows his stuff. He's like, well, it's got to be going somewhere. Yeah, there's a boatload in the airplane. Yeah, that'll do it. So I'm going to get home. I'm going to let this thing cool off for a couple hours. I think I'm going to crack the outside spark plugs and at least take a peek at them and see if they look like they're carboned up. That it's got oil getting in the, you know, excess oil getting into the intake. But I'm going to want to give this thing a good hour to kind of cool off before doing that because, well, yeah. The guy in the service department kind of knew, you know, yeah, I'm trying to put it off until the winter, and he got it, he understood it. You know, if I can just kind of vent it somewhere else and give it, you know, give the crankcase pressure a chance to dissipate where it's not pushing oil out as much, then yeah. So the trip's basically over. Next exploration will be in Sturgis in about 5.5 weeks. With any luck, like I said, I'll get about half these videos up before then. So if you don't see this before in the near future, y'all be safe. Keep that shiny side up. Keep that greasy side down. I will catch you the next time I go riding. Hopefully next weekend. Later, guys.